What's up, everybody? It's Charles Finch, the greatest villain expert. Now, as you're all aware, I've been away. It's because I've been to Lyme Regis for my sister's wedding. But anyway, villain number 11. I think you'll recognize him. He's surrounded by freaking idiots. Throw me a freaking bone here. Meet Dr. Evil.
Dr. Evil.
Okay then, Dr. Evil. He's Austin Powers' arch nemesis. Well, he is, because they fought over the years, until he was frozen about 30 years ago. Anyway, Dr. Evil, real name Douglas Powers, is the head of a criminal organization and the main antagonist of the Austin Powers series. He is a parody of Ernest Starvo Blofeld, the arch enemy of James Bond of the 007 films and novels. After a near defeat in 1967 at the hands of his nemesis Austin Powers, he retreated into a space pod that cryogenically froze both himself and his beloved cat, Mr. Bigglesworth. Austin Powers agreed to also be cryogenically frozen in order to be reanimated at the time when Dr. Evil returned. Yeah, so they had both been cryogenically frozen, you know, when Dr. Evil returns. Both hero and villain is why they had to stay frozen for years until the villain comes back, you know, and gets their revenge. Anyway, in Dr. Evil's absence, his organization continued to grow economically to fund their evil deeds and keep several parties employed. His companies fared so well, even that one company alone made several times more than the evil doctor originally intended to ransom the entire world. He also has a clone named Mini-Me, who is significantly shorter than him, introduced in the second movie. In the third movie, it is revealed that he is in fact Austin Powers' brother. Austin didn't know that because it was they didn't know each other at school either until they were separated by the... Okay, anyway. Or Dougie and Nigel Powers, second son, and the two team up to stop Vander Smut. In the end, of both Dr. Evil and Mini-Me are reformed, with Scott Evil, his son, in command of his evil organization, and Goldmember being the real destroyer. Goldmember is the guy that peels off his face he is he's also a criminal mastermind who loves gold. Okay, anyway. Although many aspects of his life are unknown, some details are revealed by the Doctor in a group therapy session from the original movie. The details of my life are quite inconsequential. Very well. Where do I begin? My father was a relentlessly self-improving lingerie owner from Belgium with low-grade narcolepsy and a penchant for buggery. My mother was a 15-year-old French prostitute named Chloe with webbed feet. My father would womanize, he would drink. He would make outrageous claims like he invented the question mark. Sometimes he would accuse chestnuts of being lazy, the sort of general malaise that only the genius possesses the insane lament. My childhood was typical. Summers in Rangoon, Lunch lessons in the spring we made meat helmets. When I was insolent, I was placed in the burlap bag and beaten with reeds. Pretty standard, really, at the age of 12. I received my first scribe at the age of 14. A Zoroastrian named Vilma ritualistically shaved my... That's kind of gross. What about what he just said in the therapy session? That's gross, Evil. There really is nothing like a short scotrum in it's breathtaking. I suggest you try it. Okay, I'm not going to say any more about what he just said, because that's really what his childhood sounds like. His father and a 15-year-old French prostitute named Chloe. I don't want to say the P word because that's just disgusting. Okay. Well, his childhood was typical. I can't say much, but forget about his childhood, okay? Okay, anyway, his schemes. Dr. Evil's projects for world domination are often named after pop culture trademarks. Death Star, the Alan Parsons Project, Preparation H. And he is often aware of the accidental pun. For example, when Dr. Evil says he will turn the moon into a Death Star, said with finger quotes, Scott laughs and calls him Darth. Scott also coughs and mutters, "Rip off." After a slight pause, his father says, "Bless you." Dr. Evil varies in how real he makes his threats out to be. When he makes his threat of causing all of the volcanoes in the world to erupt at once, all he does is display his machinery, something of a homage to Thunderball. When he makes the threat of Death Star, he demonstrates the power of his laser by showing the president and the cabinet footage of the White House being destroyed. After the president and the cabinet realize they're still alive, he says, well, actually, that was just footage from the movie Independence Day. But the real laser would be a lot like that. With his threat of flooding the world, he shows that the tractor beam is real by pulling down a satellite that looks like a pair of breasts. Okay, that's just disgusting now. They made this film really funny and disgusting. But that's it. And this is his catchphrase. I will destroy the world unless you pay me $100 billion.